Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. Natgas is moving further higher, and I think this could get quite interesting possibly next week or so when the market shows a pullback in this B wave. So what's going on here on this chart? My idea was, if you might remember that from the last videos, that we had this 5-wave move to the downside and the market started to turn around. Then when the wave count was technically full, we already thought maybe we would start the wave 2 already from here, the corrective rally after a move down in 5 waves. The thing is though that it needed another low and it never broke our trend line. So that's why I was tracking these trend lines, because we need some kind of a signal, right, that this corrective, not pullback, corrective rally is starting or has started. And so far there hasn't really been any corrective rally so far. So from that point of view, no break of trend line. So now we have the break of the trend lines, not only the first one, but also the second one. I think when I made the last video a couple of days ago, we had already broken the first trend line. When that happened, I gave you a support region, and the Fibonacci levels here were measured based on the length of that rally from the 5th of August to the 7th of August. So that was the Fib level, and it came down, reacted to the 38.2 retracement and jumped, broke above the next trend line. So Natgas used the Fib level support zone as a jump off point to break above the next resistance, trend line, and also above the recent swing high that formed here on the 31st of July at $2.15. Yeah, we sort of not yet really broken above it, but there were attempts, and depends a bit on how Monday opens. But we've now already rallied quite a bit, and at any point, I'd say, a B-wave pullback could start. So what I want to do is to highlight again that we are likely in a corrective structure, in a corrective rally, which I'm labeling as wave 2. The resistance areas to watch probably in the next couple of weeks, and maybe even going forward, are $2.30. That's the 38.2 retracement of the decline that happened between June and August. And then we have 244, 259, and 284. These are the resistance levels. And I'm tracking the resistance area because this is a typical wave 2 standard resistance area. I mentioned in one of the recent updates that Natgas likes to reach the 78.6 retracement, and that would be here at 284. So just be prepared for that. That's not a prediction. It just means that this is what Natgas tends to do, what it likes to do. Doesn't mean it doesn't always have to do that. It just likes to do that. It shows that tendency. Different instruments have different characteristics. And yeah, so I'm tracking this as a corrective rally. It is possible that this is the A wave, and it even looks like a 5-wave move up, which looks like A wave in 5 waves, which is possible. Could even be a small impulse. And then this means it is actually a decent setup. If we get a pullback, there's a good chance for this pullback to be corrective in nature. It just means that this initial rally needs to be corrected, and that is the corrective pullback that would happen in a B wave. So let me add the fibs. So that means if a pullback starts on Monday, let's assume it might start on Monday, then this is the support region between $1.94 and $2.06. But if we push any higher with this A wave, which we could do still, I mean, the A wave, there's no limit rate, it could go a little higher. And oftentimes such an A wave reacts to the 38.2 retracement, for example. It's even possible that it finishes here at the 23.6 Fib, but no, we're already above that. So that's not such a meaningful Fibonacci level. That's why I typically don't show it. But please note that, of course, it could be that this is just an ABC structure, which might then form a larger A wave, which would result in a larger B wave and then another C wave. So it can always be a larger ABC structure. So the initial ABC corrective rally just forms the A wave of the wave 2. It's possible, that this is going to be a shallow wave 2, but as I said, the wave 2 tends to reach the 78.6 retracement on the Natgas chart. That means next week I'm going to watch for, well, we have to watch for how the market opens, like the opening gap. If there's a gap, it will tell us a lot. If we see a decent pullback and even, let's say, a substantial decline below the last low at $2.10, it might be that we're already in the B wave pullback, and then we're watching for a recovery from there to start the rally in wave C. Any direct further upside extensions, I would just consider them as extension in wave A. Okay, and then watch for next resistance here around $2.30, but there is some structural resistance around $2.27 as well. So overall, it's moving in the right direction. It's at least following the plan. We had some nice signals. Let me know in the comments if some of you went long here when that trend line broke. And yeah, that's sort of how I see Natgas at the moment. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out the Stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.